Check Pro Joe here on the Check Pro radio show with one of my favorite friends, Jon Phillips from A-1 Garage Door Service. Hey, Jon, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Checker Pro. How have you been?
I am living the dream, my friend. So let's talk about garage doors. What's kind of the latest thing in the garage? You told me before we came on the program today, we had a little chance to talk in, the green room, if you will. You said something happened in your garage, and you're a garage door guy. So what are we in store for here?
In store for. So I don't know. The weather's starting to cool off, thank goodness. But with that comes the when are you gonna get the fall decorations out of the garage conversation. And it always happens around dinner after I'm full and lazy and don't want to go out and do stuff. But this weekend I decided finally, I told my wife, you know what? I'm gonna go get all the pumpkins and the Halloween stuff, and I'll get down the fall stuff for Thanksgiving, and who knows, I might even get some Christmas stuff down. In my garage, I just have two shelves that go all the way across the back, and it's a very tight garage. Got two cars in there. The garage is the only place for storage. And so basically it's a giant Tetris set, and the boxes never go in the same place because we always get new stuff, we get rid of old stuff. Well, this time I knew where the pumpkin box was.
All right.
So purple bin that my wife got, it's fantastic. And I go up there and I'm looking at it, and there's a ladder across the garage. And I'm like, no, that's too far. But this chair looks very stable.
Good idea.
So get 1 foot on the chair. I get my pumpkin box, and of course the chair disintegrated. And I happened to end up falling on top of my car. To where the car alarm went off, and I didn't have the keys with me, and my wife came outside. She sees pumpkins all over the ground. Luckily they're plastic, so none of them broke. But then I was just thinking about it, and it's so funny. I was like, I work for A-1 Garage Door, and we do garage doors, we do epoxy floors, and we just got done with a training on overhead storage installation. So one of my fellow instructors, Corey Hagan, he's been in the business for 20 years. He came in, and we have these new storage rack systems, whether they're set in place or motorized to where they can come down to you. And I watched this whole course and what they can do with these. And we've even gone to some houses and big ones where houses have different walls and shapes, and they're able to shape all of these storage racks in safe places, accessible, and to where you don't have to fall down and have pumpkins all over your garage floor and your wife laugh at you. And I just find it kind of ironic that I teach and help people get these solutions into their garage. And I found the importance, and my hip is still telling me how important it is that maybe we get some of that overhead storage at my house, so I don't have to shove everything up there all tight to where it's dangerous for me to get to.
There's this old joke out there about the cobbler where, he would fix other people's shoes, but in his own family, the shoes had holes in them. You hear about plumbers, electricians, roofers who do this professionally for other people, but they have the leaky roof as the roofer, and they have an electrical issue as the electrician, and a plumbing problem as the plumber. So here we go. We got a garage door guy, right, from A-1 Garage Door Service, who has a storage issue. Really, it might be an issue of judgment. Maybe you should have gotten on the ladder.
Should have got the ladder. That's rule number one. Get the ladder.
But what I like about this conversation is you've got a solution for yourself and other people, and that is to put in a professional, full-time storage system. So what are the options?
So options is that each racking that you can get, they range around 3 feet in length and then about 2.5 feet wide. And they are customizable, but they come basically in little squares or rectangles. So the options that we have is, one, everything is installed to a stud completely and checked, and then it has 2 mounting brackets that go to it, and then those are actually screwed in completely. So Corey is a bear of a man, and we do a lot of testing in our shop, and Corey himself is able to grab onto just one of these legs and hang from it. So we know it's stable. And then basically just whatever you want to do. Do you want it higher? Do you want it lower? Do you want steps? Do you want it to go around a corner? Do you want it to build off of like a support beam that might stick a little bit further out. Basically, these are shaped in such a way to where we can break them down and work around any part of your home and its shape. So instead of just having my one giant shelf that goes across the garage, now I have an easy solution that's up and out of the way to where I could divide a whole Christmas wall and a whole pumpkin wall and a whole Thanksgiving wall and a 4th of July wall if I wanted to where I can have all the space and storage that I need that's accessible and safe. And I will not have to land on my car again, which is good for insurance purposes. Hopefully they're not listening to this, but we'll find out.
Are you talking about the auto insurance or your life insurance?
Both. Both.
You know you're supposed to take care of yourself. It would be a bad way to go out, by the way. I can hear your wife now. Well, I asked him to go into the garage to get the pumpkins down, and he perished on the car.
I don't think she's surprised on the ways that I slip and fall anymore after being together for this amount of time. I think she's more impressed with how, and now we just have a tally book that's just full of situations that shouldn't have happened, but somehow I rolled my ankle.
Well, I know with the technology at A-1 Garage Door Service, you guys can install cameras. And I would have loved to have seen the incident on camera.
I tell you what, we do have a camera that was pointed towards the front of the garage with the new LiftMaster motor. I'm just going to turn it to wherever I'm working in the garage from now on to make sure we have our America's Funniest Home Videos ready and queued up.
Yeah. Hey, Jon, thanks for joining me today here on the program. All of Jon's information is located in the notes of this podcast. And if you need some storage for your garage, he is the guy. So go check him out at A-1 Garage Door Service. Jon, as always, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. And everyone, get the storage solutions. Don't end up on top of your car like me. Have a good day.